That being said, I just want to tell you and talk to you. You know that I love you. This wasn't just, something just, put us out there for embarrassment, anything like that. This was just something totally me wanted to be with you.
Hold on, if you about to do what I think you about to do, don't. When did the sex life change?
So basically, it started with kissing.
Okay.
So this is what happened. One day we were getting ready to have a passionate kiss, and I said, "Come here, let me show you how I want you to kiss me." Whoo, don't ever say that, man. Don't do that. And so I did that, and it kind of made her, it hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
My intent was to better the situation without offsetting the situation,
Yeah.
but she was offended, so she blamed, my wife had a head injury prior to. She had a severe head injury, so she kind of blamed it on the head injury. So
she blamed the non-kissing on the head
Yeah,
injury?
so when I would go and kiss her, she would kind of, and then she would say it made her dizzy or this and that, and she was having problems with her head, so I bought into it.
Okay.
Well, 2 years went by.
Yeah.
No kissing. So now I'm starting to get into this, what is really going on? One day she just up and told me that she was upset when I told her about the kissing.
Yeah.
And she said I was offended.
After 2 years.
She said I was offended, and that's why I blamed it on the head injury, because I didn't want to, I guess she didn't want to seem offended, and it kind of offset the sex.
So how often do you now have sex?
It varies,
What varies mean?
So we're still not having sex the way I want to, so
Okay.
maybe once every 2 weeks, once a week, yeah.
So you have
we only-
sex? You have sex once a week?
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once every week
one-
and once.
1 to 2 weeks.
So what do you want?
I want sex every day, So let me just say this.
Hold on, I need to know who's in here clapping for every day.
Don't be clapping for no once a month and all that now,
I just need to know who the freaks are in my audience, because somebody.
Every day.
I want to hear Terry's side of this story, because I have a feeling it's a little different what Stan is saying. So help me welcome Terry to the show. Hi, Terry. Terry, you are beautiful.
Hey.
Have a hug.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You look gorgeous.
Oh.
So now y'all see why I wanted to jump on her every 5 minutes?
Okay, I do see.
That's what happened, yeah.
Y'all are a fly couple. I'm just going to let y'all know that. Y'all
Thank
are
you much.
fly.
Thank you
Thank
much.
you.
Yes, you're
Well,
welcome.
so we had to get fly for this show, I told him. We couldn't play around, right?
Yeah, we couldn't play around, but we've got some things to straighten out.
Yes. So I want to know, what's your opinion on why you think your sex life is different?
My opinion on why our sex life is different is because there were unrealistic expectations from dating long distance to what it's like to living together. So when
Okay.
we were dating long distance, we were doing it like rabbits.
Yeah.
Okay? All the time. When we came and our lives merged, he wanted that same thing to happen when we were meeting once a month. And I'm like, that's not real life.
So you say you haven't kissed your husband in years. Why?
Well, because I will admit, I reacted like a spoiled brat. I don't know exactly what he said because my memory is not that great. I just know what it made me feel like.
Got it.
And the way I felt was I felt like I've been kissing since the 5th grade. And I've never, no one has ever told me that, it wasn't the way they wanted. And so I did act like a child, and I stopped kissing him. I said, well, if I don't kiss the way he wants, then I won't kiss him at all.
Yeah.
And, the intimacy, like I can't do it every day. I just can't. But, I'm willing to meet in the middle. And when I did that, he felt rejected because I said I got to scale back on the sex. I didn't say I don't want it. I never said I don't want you. I always wanted to keep it going. But like 2 to 3 days a week, like that's what I could handle.
Yeah.
And I think he took it like rejection.
Yeah.
And so what he did was stop coming on to me.
I feel like most people can relate to the struggle with intimacy that you all are experiencing in long-term relationships. And I want to actually see what my audience has to say. I'm going to take it to the comments to see what y'all got to say about this. Anybody has an opinion on this? Yeah? I want to know, how many of you feel like your partner wants to have sex too much? You do? You feel like your partner wants to have sex too much? I want to get your opinion. Come over here. Because he said every day, 5 times a day. Listen, like, I can be a freak myself, but when I heard that said, I'm like, dang.
It's like, damn.
Dang, 5 days. My gosh. So what happens with you and your partner when y'all want to have sex?
My partner's right there.
Oh, okay.
And he,
You want to come down? Come on down.
Let's talk about it.
So hold on. So he wants to have sex all the time.
At all times.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm tired. I mean, I can relate to her because it's like I gotta, you gotta take care of your kids, you gotta work, you gotta, clean, cook.
And so, do you not understand that? Do you not feel that?
No, I understand that, but I relate to my man right here. I understand she's tired. I be tired too. Well, when I'm tired, I still go. Right, my brother? My brother knows what time it is.
That way.
Is that the same with you, even though when you're tired? Thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate it. Is that the same for you? Even when you're tired, you can still go?
So I can relate to him because, see, it's almost like a setup. It's like almost by default a setup.
Yeah.
So because if we wouldn't have started off that way, then I would have had different expectations. But she was meeting my match, right?
Once a month, though.
But wait, though, because see, what happened was you was attacking me. So you was.
It's like starving. It's like if you don't get water for a whole month, when you finally get some, you're gonna just be guzzling it down, right? If you don't, right. So I wasn't seeing you for a month.
I'm still thirsty every day. I want a gallon of alkaline water. And so at the end of the day, I get it. I get the fact that the distance does make you want to have, sex a lot more than if you're in a setting every single day.
Yeah.
It just didn't change
My biggest issue is what it's caused is you to pull away from me and you not come on to me because I'm not going to turn you down. Like anytime you want it, I'm a bust down. It just can't be every day.
Bust down.
Just not every day.
Well, y'all had me laughing out there. My eyes watering up. When you said bust down, I said, okay.
That's my wife.
Okay. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you did say that communication is a breakdown. Now, I figured that out from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think right now what needs to happen, if y'all are going to be able to move forward, is that your rejection is coming from the fact that you're holding on to something. And you're exhibiting the same behavior she exhibited to you. You hated it. She's hating it now. And in relationships, you can't punish each other if you really want intimacy to thrive. And so what I have to ask you is, she's told you directly here that she wants you, she desires you. Can you let go of that rejection for your wife? Tell her.
I will definitely let go of the rejection, and I will start anew, and we will start from right here fresh.
And I'm going to get a kiss?
I'm going
to get a kiss in the mouth?
You're going to get everything.
Yo, he said it on TV now. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all when I start tongue kissing again. Watch.
But this is my next thing for you, is that now that you've at least said you can release that, and it's going to take some time because you've been practicing for the past 2 years of sort of being cut off, shut off, and saying, I'm going to punish you. So it's going to take some while. So there's going to have to be patience y'all are going to have with each other because it just doesn't happen overnight. But then secondly, there has to be an acknowledgement on your side. I understand you said meeting in the middle would be 3 days a week. You have to understand that your expectations aren't realistic. If she's saying, this is what I need, y'all have to be able to communicate and allow the communication to change the expectations week to week. Because this week I might be free from work, free from kids, and I might be a freak this week. But next week I might be overwhelmed. Can you acknowledge that?
I can definitely acknowledge that. And so I just want my wife to agree to communicate and not shut down on me so that she can convey her feelings.
Can you do
so
that
that
as well?
I can address her feelings the way they need to be addressed.
I will, and I always say that, being able to communicate in a safe space is what it's going to take for me. So I need to understand that when I come to you with my feelings that you won't, kind of like shut me down by being, like too overbearing, like, well, you know what I mean?
Start pressuring you. Listen, so she's telling you right now, if you want more sex, she just gave you the key to unlock it.
Yep.
She just literally gave you the key.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting the sex you want, it's because you're not listening to your wife.
Thank you, Karamo.
You're
You
welcome.
helped me.
You're very welcome. I'm glad that I could help you get there. Can you please kiss your wife right now? Hey! I love y'all.
Give me some sex, mess around, give me sex.
I love y'all. Y'all are gonna be okay. Y'all took a really major step here today, and I think what y'all did today is not only gonna help y'all, it's gonna help a lot of people. So thank you so much for being so vulnerable.
Oh my
Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know what? I think a lot of people out there have these issues and they're afraid to talk about it. According to the National Health Service, some of the causes of decreased sex drive are stress, medication, getting older, and exhaustion. And that is just a few. So the more you know, the more you can communicate with your partner. Remember that. All right, come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all. My guest, Corey Broaddus, is the daughter of hip-hop legend Snoop Dogg. She's carving out her own path and speaking out against social media trolls. Corey posted this photo on Instagram to announce her engagement to her fiance, Wayne. Corey says she was then bombarded with negative comments about the way she looked, and instead of staying silent, she clapped back, taking on her haters. Everyone, please welcome Corey to the show. Corey, you fly, girl. You fly. Yeah, baby. How are you doing, gorgeous?
Good.
You look stunning.
Thank you.
Stop playing.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Oh my
I'm so
gosh.
glad to be here. Because I saw what happened.
Yes.
I saw it in real time. And it hurt my heart. An engagement announcement post is a happy time of the year. That's when you're
Right.
supposed to celebrate.
Right.
But your post brought out the trolls. What was that like for you? To see all these people hating on one of the happiest moments of your life.
I mean, it made me very sad because, like, this is a happy moment. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that I wanted to share with the world. And I actually waited like a day because I knew, like, you know, just being in the public eye, you know, people are going to say things, whether it's you posting something good, whether you posting something bad, it's always going to be somebody who has something negative to say.
Yeah.
So it really brought me to a place where I don't wish on anybody, you know, because it's supposed to be the happiest moment of my life. But when I read the comments, it made me the saddest girl in life. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to hear that. What were some of the comments that brought you to that place of sadness?
He's only with you because of your dad. So does this mean I have to be ugly to get a man? Even like the way I was looking, you know, I got diagnosed with lupus at the age of 6. And so here I was very inflamed. Actually, my lupus was very, very inflamed.
That's funny because you look gorgeous right there to me. You know what I mean? I understand the lupus being inflamed.
Yes.
But I just see a stunning young woman that's happy.
Thank you.
But finish what you're saying.
So yeah, I wasn't feeling well, you know, and so like nobody knew that, you know what I mean? So for people to go on there and to say that, it made me feel even lower about myself. And I think when people say those certain things and you're already dealing with insecurities, it like triggers it, you know, because you have somebody online saying this about you and you're like, dang, this is how I really feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it just hits deeper because it's like, wow, they are right, or maybe I'm not tripping in my head, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you battled depression as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, can you talk about that?
I felt like as a kid, I was always an outcast, you know, like my brothers are light-skinned, they're slimmer, you know what I mean? Like even my friends, I had light-skinned friends with curly hair. I just always was different. I mean, even the guys, you know, they were always like, put me on with her. And I'm like, why you want to be put on with me? You know, like I was always like the homegirl. And just growing up, it just made me sad, you know, and I got sick at the age of 6. So just imagine being sick that young, you know, like I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to doctors, I'm taking all these medications, and, you know, medications make you mentally, you know, feel some type of way as well. So it was just a lot that I went through as a little girl and, you know, still go through as I'm getting into an adult.
And
so
you told my producer that at 13 you wanted to give up.
I think before that.
Even before that. Can you talk to about that? Because I asked you this because I know you're in a better place now, and even though you're working, I think there could be some little girl out there or some little boy that might experience that, and I want them to understand that you were there.
Yeah.
So what were you experiencing at that time?
Really just, I've been bullied all my life too. Like when I first got on social media, it's like I get more negative love than positive love, you know what I mean? Like it's always about how I look and, you know, what size I am and my skin. And it just brought me to a place where I just didn't want to be here no more. And I feel like it's so easy to give up, right? And that's just where I was at. But my goal now is to talk to young women, talk to young boys.
Yeah.
So this stuff can be instilled in them when they're younger. Because if I had all this instilled in me when I was younger, whatever anybody had to say about me wouldn't have even mattered, because I know how I look, I know how I feel, and I'm fine with it.
Amen. Yeah, I hear that. I love that. I love that. I love that you were in a dark place and then you talk so vulnerable about being able to get out of it.
Yeah.
One of the things you touched on that I think it's sad to me that still in this day and age, we are still talking about colorism. And people don't realize it. You said often that because of your skin tone, you get comments. What comments do you hear about your skin tone?
I'm too dark. I mean, just anything, you name it. You know what I mean? Like, and I used to cry to my mom, like, I wish I was lighter. Like, I was 12 years old crying in the bed to my mom, like, boo-hooing, like, I wish I was lighter. I wish I wasn't dark. I wish I wasn't big. And I started gaining all this weight because I was put on steroids. And, you know, steroids make you hungry and make you eat. And I love to eat regardless.
Yeah. Me too, girl.
So that's just kind of where, you know, all of that just came about. And, I mean, even till this day, I still look at myself sometimes and I'm just like, you know, I just have to learn to just love me for me, naturally.
Yeah.
Like right now, my skin is going through like a hyperpigmentation from my lupus, and there was some days where I just looked in the mirror and cried, like, why is this happening to me? But it's like, you're still beautiful, you're okay. Learn to love it.
Yeah.
If this is the new her, then you gotta just embrace it.
You better say that. You better say that.
Yeah.
If this is the new her, then you better love it.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that's the problem. I mean, first is we have to work on a society. And I specifically talk to us as black folks.
Right.
Because enough is enough.
Right.
Us as brown folks, us as people of color, enough is enough. Yes, we understand that we live in a society, in a country that has told us that how we look is not beautiful. But it's up to us with how we're dealing with each other to stop.
Right, right.
And it's the real talk. Like, we have to start to appreciate our shades.
Yes.
Because that is what is beautiful about us. Our shades, our brilliance.
And everything we have naturally. Like,
Yeah.
you're naturally beautiful.
Yeah. And that brings us to the second point of this, is when you said, this is where she is now, and we gotta love her where she is.
Yeah.
I think people forget that our self-esteem is something we must practice daily.
Yes.
Because we practice saying the negative things to
Yes,
ourselves,
yes,
but we don't
literally.
practice saying the positive things. It's
Literally.
easy to say every morning when you get up, oh, I don't like this about me, I don't like that, like,
Right.
well, this don't fit.
Right,
But
right.
how often do you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm just gonna say I love me today? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I think it's something we need to do more, because I still fall victim sometimes to the
Yes.
negative comments that I see.
Yes.
Do you ever still fall victim?
What?
She said, girl, yes.
Like, literally, me and my fiance, we just did like a get ready with us for bed.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, did she get a chemical peel? Oh, is she bleaching her skin? I'm like, really? Like, I was in the bed looking at him, like believing their comments, like, why are you marrying me? Do you really love
Wow.
me? Do you really want to be with me?
Wow.
You know, like, it starts getting that deep to where people comments really start making you feel like this is real. When we know how we truly feel, we know what we've been through, we know what's up.
At first, the comments were about Corey's body, and then the comments turned to colorism, the complexion of her skin, and they questioned the legitimacy of her relationship with her fiance, Wayne. And through it all, Corey says Wayne stood by her side. So everyone, please welcome Corey's fiance, Wayne, to the show. Hey, Corey, how you doing, man? Let me give you a hug, man. Good to meet you. So Wayne, tell me, how did you and Corey meet?
So we met when we were in high school still. I was 17. She just turned 16, but I didn't know that. And we went to one of our friends' little pool party. I didn't know anybody there. I just knew her. And she came, her and her friends, they just welcomed me and invited me into their group.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with them for the rest of the party. So we were really just friends first.
Yeah. So I want to know, do you have a good relationship with her father?
Yes, I have
With
a
Snoop?
great relationship with her father, her mom, everybody in her family.
Yeah.
They love him. They
I love
him.
them too.
Yeah. So internet trolls have even attacked you over your fiance when you're on vacation with your family. Tell me, what did the internet trolls say to you?
I'm only with her because of who her dad is. I look at her like she's a Cash App symbol. I can go on and on. I would be in Bora Bora too if my girlfriend dad was who he was. So just all types of stuff. Like, the list goes on.
Yeah. So people are quick to misjudge you.
Yes, very.
How do you deal with that?
I don't. I actually look at her as inspiration. I learned how to block it out and silence it because I know what it is. She knows what it is. Her family knows what it is. My family knows what it is.
I don't want to go past it because we started clapping, but he says he looks to you for inspiration. He said you're his inspiration.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing to say.
She's one of the strongest people I know because for you to have to deal with lupus from the age of 6 and on top of being a black woman, you know, all of these things and you're still coming out on top every day. I can for sure get over this little problem.
He love you, girl. But you brought up something. You talked about the things that she's been dealing with, the lupus, these other things, and you talked about her skin complexion. How does it make you feel seeing her get attacked for her skin tone?
I really don't understand it because they pick and choose who they want to target. Because you have some girls like Naomi Campbell, beautiful, everybody loves her, but she's thin. It kind of goes like back and forth. Oh, it's her. If they love her size, it's her color. If it's her color, they don't like her size. So it's like, at this point, to me, y'all don't know what y'all don't like. Y'all just talking. Because I think she the prize. You know, they looking at me like, how you get him? It's how I get her.
So Corey, I know your dad Snoop actually also took to social media and clapped back as well.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I mean, it just gets to a point where like you just gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know, like when you grow up in the public eye, you grow up, you know this is what comes with it. Haters gonna hate. If they not speaking, then you're not doing something right. You know what I mean? Oh, look at us.
How does that make you feel that your father speak up for you? You have a special bond, right?
Yes, I love my dad.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'd be like, wow, I can't believe that's my dad.
Yeah.
You know? Just because of, you know, how big he is and just how he's a legend.
Well, just to let y'all know, we got a little ping here. We got a little special message. I actually hit up your father real quick, and he wanted to say something to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, everyone.
Yo, what up? This is a message from my daughter, Corey B, a.k.a. Chuck. I love you. I'm proud of you. You are so inspiring. Love the changes that you made. Love the way you lead and the way you're taking control of your destiny. Keep doing you. I love you. Proud of you.
How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel so good because I feel like being his daughter, right? So many people have all these expectations. Even me, myself, you know, I have these big shoes to fill. But I always say, I have different shoes to fill. My own shoes to fill.
You gotta preach. Come through, it's the truth.
Like, he already did what he was destined to do, what he was meant to do, and now I have to do that. And whatever that is, that's what I have to do.
I saw your father was wearing a scarf right there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That scarf is because of your lupus. Can
Yes,
you tell me
brought
about
his
what's going on?
collection.
Yeah.
So, yep, it's at the beauty supplies. It's going to be in other places soon. I can't disclose that info, but just stay tuned. But they basically created it just around me having lupus at the age of 6. My hair fell out, so my mom went to downtown one day and just got a bunch of scarves. And I just put them on, and it just made me feel confident and beautiful, you know? So they created Broadest Collection.
I love that.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, give it up. Listen, the one thing that I know is that beauty can't be contained. And I don't just mean outer beauty, it's also inner beauty.
Yes.
And your inner beauty as well is matched by your outer beauty.
Oh, wow.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
have such a light that's
Thank you.
beyond what the family you were born into.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
beyond this relationship that I'm happy you're in, but it's beyond this. You have something that is so great, and we just heard you say 23. Y'all already see what this gonna be. Listen, if this is what we doing at 23, I already know what's gonna be about to be happening at 30 and 40. You know what I mean? Because you're an inspiration. And you're not just an inspiration because of your family, you're an inspiration because you're fighting back. And you're saying, I'm not gonna let this get me. And like we talked about, being in the dark is so hard, but you know that the sun is out there and it deserves to shine on you, and you are fighting every day for your sunshine. And you are a great man. You continue. You did get a prize, but she got a prize too. Seriously. Yeah. Let's all wish Corey and Wayne good luck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So you're giving your man an ultimatum. Why?
Yes. Well, so I pushed out 3 kids. I feel like a a woman's ultimate sacrifice is childbirth. And if you want 5 kids, we already have 3. If I'm pushing out these kids, I feel like I deserve a ring.
Okay. So he wants 2 more kids? 2 more kids, okay. Got it. How you feel about that? Do you want 2 more kids?
I did, but my last child, I almost died. So it was just like,
sorry.
it was like scary. So I'm like,
You're kind of iffy right now.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, then. How does Rome's reluctance to propose make you feel?
whenever I bring it up, it's like he gets irritated. So it hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm like, I'll playfully be like
Yeah.
just be like, hey, like, when is this gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna do this? Or I'll show him like videos of people being like proposed to, and he'll be like, the more you ask is gonna like hold off because like you're asking and you can't make me, you can't force me to do something. Like it's on my time. But I'm like, it's not just on you. Like we should be able to talk about this. We should be able to like come to an understanding.
Yeah, communication about it.
Exactly.
So what happened if Rome doesn't meet the timeline?
Oh, he gotta go.
He gotta go.
I love him. Like
Yeah.
he's like the only man that I see myself being with. The only person like I've ever just like actually like this is my first relationship for real. So it's like I want this. Like this is all I want.
Yeah, this is all you want. And you have 3 kids together.
Exactly.
So you're like, I want to build a future with you.
Exactly.
You want that commitment.
Exactly.
Okay. How does Rome's love language compare to yours?
He like physical touch.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not used to that because
Okay.
I come from like a family that don't really like, well, a mother that didn't really like say like I love you. And like didn't like hugs or anything. Like I'm not used to that. So when we got together and that's all he wanted to do is just like, I'm just standoffish. And I feel bad because like he'll feel like I don't like him or I don't love him. And that's not the case. Like,
And so what does he say? Do you express to him and tell him like, this is because of the way I was raised, it makes me uncomfortable?
yeah, he's very understanding. I've compromised and I'm starting to be a little more touchy. But like,
Okay, well at least you're doing your part.
Exactly.
Okay. How old are your children again?
my oldest daughter is 5. She just turned 5. And my son is 3. And my baby just turned 1.
Oh, so you got your hand. Oh, those babies are beautiful. Oh, so you got your hands full.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean
Yeah.
like full.
Yeah.
Them babies following you around everywhere. 5, 3, and 1?
I was stressed.
I can
missed
imagine.
them.
Oh, yeah.
I missed them.
Because going I can only imagine, going back to this touch. He wants you to touch. Are you touched out? Because I know they
Yes.
touching you all day long.
I'm so touched out.
You touched
Like,
out?
Yeah. Like every day, it's mommy. He'll be right there, and they'll come straight to me. He'll be like, "Stop doing that. I'm right here," and I'm just like, "Go to your father."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Go."
Do you feel heard?
Kind of.
I'm gonna take this
Yeah.
as a no.
Not
Like
really.
you said it all right there. You said,
Like, not really.
yeah. Do you feel like you have childhood trauma that is affecting you?
Yeah, a
Okay.
lot. I was physically, verbally, and mentally abused.
Thank you for sharing that with me. Because it just gives me context of like where you're at and why things are important to you. Well, I think everyone, it's time to meet Rome. So please welcome Rome to the show so we can hear his side of the story. You two get into heated arguments daily?
Yes, we argue like around 2 or 3 times a day. And it's most of the time it's never even anything like serious. But then it'll start from something small and it'll just gradually just get worse and worse.
What's triggering your arguments?
I'm not really sure what actually like triggers it, but like anytime we disagree, it's just not a good scene.
Got it. And I know she gave you an ultimatum recently.
Yes.
And do you remember what the ultimatum was for?
I had to propose before the beginning of the year, this year.
And did you?
No.
Is that what one of the arguments is about?
A lot of times, yes, that's the argument.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she wants something more. Why do you feel like you can't give it to her?
It's not that I don't want to give that to her, because that's also something that I want too. But like, I want us to be in like a good space together before I like take that next step. I don't want it to just be like forced. Even though that's something that I want, sometimes it's like a push. And I don't want to feel like I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I want it to be when I feel like it's the right time for us to take that step.
Okay. How's this tension in your household affected the intimacy between y'all?
Once there's a argument or disagreement or like any back and forth, it's like the intimacy just takes a hit, and it's like a hard hit.
Yeah.
It'll be like weeks.
Weeks.
Or sometimes months.
Months.
Yeah. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I just like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah. You describe your lady as quick-tempered. Explain.
So, say if we are having a small argument about, like, say something like, if I say, can you put the rinsed off dishes on this side and the dishes that aren't rinsed off on this side, and she doesn't do that, I'll say, like, I'll bring it up and say, like, can you start doing this? And that can just
escalate.
No.
Escalate.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the way he says stuff. Like he don't know that he has like a tone, like aggressive tone to him. And it's like, who wants to hear you like talk like that?
Do you feel like you got an aggressive tone?
I know I do. It's like I try to.
You're talking about, yeah, I know.
I try to like tone it down because it's not me like being aggressive. My voice just like
gets aggressive.
Yeah.
So why don't you go on dates?
Like, it's something that I want to do too, because I like spending like one-on-one time with her. But now it's hard to do it like financially, if that makes sense. It's
Do you
just
not
hard
want to propose because you're not financially stable?
That's part of the problem.
Got it. Do you feel loved in this relationship?
For the most part, sometimes it's kind of shaky a little bit.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
What do you feel about what he just said right there?
I don't agree. Because I feel like I've been doing a lot trying to love you how you want to be loved.
I agree.
What can she do to make you feel more loved?
Just like words of affirmation.
It is sweet, right? It's like young couple. I mean, because all I see with y'all is love, respect, and care. Like, you're 23, you're 24? Let me tell y'all something. When I was 23 and 24, me and my partner was not talking to each other like that, and we ain't had no kids. And like, y'all are so respectful and loving of each other. And like, is this how it is at home?
Yes.
For the most part.
I believe it.
Like-
I believe every single bit of this. I mean, the thing here for me is I see two young people who are still trying to figure out how to deal with life and how to deal with like past stuff that happened, particularly you. And then here you are, you've now taken on this responsibility with a woman you love, with your kids, and you're trying to figure it out. And you're doing a damn good job for more men than I know that's 30, 40, 50. Like, while over here trying to figure out, like, how do I take care of my girls' needs? How do I take care of my own financial needs? How do I take care of my needs? How do I go after my passions? How do I take care of these kids? And you're doing the same thing. You got 3 babies at home. Y'all are overwhelmed. Through that overwhelmed, y'all are trying to figure out what to do. And for you, it seems like the logical next step is we need engagement.
Yeah.
Because that's going to give us security to know whatever. But I got to tell you something. And this is real. I hope you two do get engaged one day. And I believe you will one day. But I think you also need to recognize that what you have been given instability-wise is a man that's wise enough to know that there's a lot more steps we need to take before we get to that. And I think that should give you the security you actually desire. Because I would be nervous if you had a man rushing into it just because you wanted it. Because what people don't realize is that that piece of paper, yes, might be like, we got a piece of paper, but it comes with a whole bunch of new stuff that you ain't even thought about yet. We got married people in here? No, so he's talking about no. We're not talking about you. Don't worry, you ain't get married. Don't worry. Any other married people in here? Raise your hand. Married? Doesn't marriage come with a whole set of stuff that you didn't even realize? So what I'm trying to say to you is at least he's trying to say, let's be patient with it, while also still showing up, while still taking the time to make sure that y'all are there, understanding. I mean, at 23, and I'm giving both of you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers right now. But at 23, for you to have your trauma and him to still be respectful, 24, to have your trauma without being touched and saying, I'm willing to go months because I love you. I mean, that just shows the respect and care that he has for you. And it's like, okay, let's give each other more grace. Let me be there for you. I mean, because you're rushing into something that you don't need right now. What I do think you two all need is some dates.
Oh, yeah,
I think y'all need to be young again. I think that's what y'all need at 23 and 24. I think with all these responsibilities and everything y'all doing, I think y'all need to be out having some fun. I heard my producer told me that like one of your biggest things was you on a picnic date.
Yeah.
These are simple things that you can do. So instead of asking for an engagement of marriage, ask for more engagement between you two.
Okay. That was tea.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that is what something y'all can work on that's actually gonna build the strength, have you feeling more loved, have you feeling like, oh, I'm not in these walls feeling trapped. Okay, so y'all need to go on some dates. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some money so I can give you some dates, okay? Y'all go on skate. I'm gonna pay for a date. I'm paying for a date. Because there can't be no more excuses. I'm gonna give y'all a little something so you can pay for some childcare so somebody will watch the kids. And then y'all can go on some dates, and I'm gonna make sure it's enough because I need y'all to go on 2 dates because I feel 2 dates, then y'all can get a pattern, a rhythm of it. So y'all both happy now. You ready to go out? I know you ready to go out. I see how fly you walked out here, all right? Thank you. You ready to be out and be seen. You fly too. Listen, they need to go out, right? I see it. Y'all the cute little couple, right? I see it. We all see it. We all see it. Y'all gonna be okay. Just give each other grace. And just engage, all right? Engage, all right? All right, y'all take care. I'm gonna keep checking up on y'all. Y'all gonna be good. All right, friends, stay with us. We'll be right back with more. So tell me about your relationship with Steve.
Well, I'm going to tell you how we met first.
Okay, please tell me that.
Well, my cousins took me out to a club, and as we were out at the club, you know, I'm from Detroit, so we get up and dance by ourselves. And as we were,
okay.
And as I was up there on the dance floor dancing, my husband's table was on the dance floor. So I'm kind of like in front of him, and he thinks another girl and me are competing for his affection, you know, like, look at me, look at me. So after that, I was like, you want to have a drink with me? And he said, you not from here, because people in Memphis don't do that. So I got up and I said, well, come over here and have a drink with me at this table. So as he
I don't want to have a drink with you too. Then I come here, okay?
Yes.
So let me be clear. Y'all are not having sex.
No, I haven't had sex
And from
in
your
2
opinion,
years.
why not? 2 years, why not?
I asked the same question. He tried to blame it on my health, but I had a heart attack in 2016.
Yeah.
You know, these last 2 years, I've been trying everything. I bought a stripper pole. I put the stripper pole in the house. I'm trying to get on there and I be like,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you know, he wouldn't perk up.
Yes.
I don't know what else to do. I'm stuck.
So you don't sleep in the same bed with him anymore? My producer told me?
Because my husband is having sex with a ghost.
Now that's a left turn I wouldn't expect it.
You see his hands? Do you see where his hands is? He's like this. I'm not in that bed. He's been doing this for a long time.
Let me tell you. But of all the things I was expecting. That was not what I was expecting. That's a new definition of being ghosted. That's a new definition of being ghosted, because that right there, hold on. So you're telling me he often simulates
Every
sex?
day.
Every day.
So I was like, I woke him up one day and I said, what are you doing? You're at home with me. I'm your wife.
Yes.
He said, I'm not doing anything. I can't help what I do in my sleep.
So because of this, you moved to the guest room.
Because of this, I moved to the guest room.
So let me be clear. He's sleeping in this picture.
He's sleeping.
He knocked out. So my producer is telling me right now that they saw the video. We couldn't play the full video, but he is simulating up and down as if someone is riding him in the video. Is he aroused in this?
Yes.
He's aroused.
He does this in the hot tub. He acts like somebody's in the hot tub with him. He's moving, he's grabbing, like he's grabbing breasts, you know? And I'm like, something is going on. You are doing something and you thinking about somebody else because it's not me.
It's not you.
But I touch him and he goes flat.
Oh, ooh, okay. Have you ever cheated on him?
No, I have not.
Never
Something's
cheated on
got to
him.
give. So I called you.
Yes. Okay, well, we're gonna find. Well, I appreciate you calling me. Well, everyone, let's meet Steve and hear his side of the story. So everyone welcome Steve to the show. Steve.
Why are you out here doing this?
What are you talking about?
Why are you out here telling me all these lies?
I'm lying. That's the proof on it.
Okay, you got all this dramatics out here and you showing out. Big deal. You
I'm showing out?
You turning everything around on me like I'm guilty
How can
of
I
something.
turn it around when I have proof?
You got proof, but it's not the real proof.
What? What's not real?
Me sleeping. How I'm supposed to know what I'm doing when I'm asleep?
Okay, but you're doing. I'm telling you, you're doing it. I'm showing you, you're doing it.
No, you never showed me that before.
Because I just got it.
You never showed me that before.
Okay, but you know you do it.
No, I don't. I'm asleep.
Thank you for being here, Steve. So take a seat for me. So I'm gonna first get this out the way. I'm gonna ask you directly. Are you cheating on her?
No.
You're not cheating on her. Okay.
Oh,
then.
I'm not having cheated on her.
So I'm gonna ask you.
She give me plenty of reason to, but I'm not cheating
Oh
on her.
my God, I give you a
I'm not
reason?
that type of person.
Are you serious right now? I'm
just said
at
it.
home cooking and cleaning and washing your dirty drawers. And I have to give you a reason not to cheat?
Yeah.
Why aren't you two having sex, from your opinion?
Yes. Yes, tell me that.
She knows. She knows I have a medical problem, and I'm not able to perform like I should.
That don't mean nothing. You can still do it.
Plus, when she was sick, she told me she wasn't interested in sex.
In 2016?
And you
What
never,
is it now?
And now you coming back talking about you want to have sex.
What is it now? It's 24.
But listen, when you said you weren't interested in having sex, I respected that because of your medical condition.
Don't you lie. You took Cialis every day.
I
Who
respected
takes it
it.
every day? Oh, my God. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
I took the Cialis. It don't work like it's supposed to.
It don't work, but it do work.
No.
Can I ask you this then? Because I understand intimacy and how that could be effective with both of you and where you were with your health. But when's the last time you kissed or held hands?
Ding, ding, ding. You shouldn't have to even think that long.
She doesn't like to kiss.
Mm-hmm.
She's never liked to kiss.
Okay.
I said, okay, I deal with it. I know it'll probably change.
Okay.
But it never changed.
You getting off the subject.
So-
When was the last time you held my hand and walked with me?
The other day. I do it all the time.
Do you think she's cheating on you?
I suspect it.
Because you recently retired, right?
Yes.
And you're still working.
Right.
Okay, got it.
I don't understand how he can even say that because I'm home all the time. We got cameras in every room of our house.
I'm gonna ask you this. Do you still want to be married?
I want to, but she makes it hard for me because
Ooh, you thought too long about that question.
I'm tired of this distrust.
Well, Steve, you wanted us to unlock her phone as well to see if Kissy has been receiving money from any man. If
Money?
Kissy, if Kissy has been texting with any other man.
I need
if
to get some money from him because he don't give me nothing.
And if Kissy has been tracking app on her phone. Those are things you want to know, correct?
Right.
Well, I think it's time to unlock the phone. Kissy,
Yes.
we unlocked your phone.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Steve, you want to know if Kissy has been receiving money from any men? Kissy says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her phone and found that Kissy
Is telling the truth.
is telling the truth. Well, we did find something interesting on your calendar, which was very interesting. On your calendar, you have, can I see the graphic? You have sex, 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 sex.
Yeah, those are the days that I tried.
Those are the days you tried.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some sex tonight.
Steve, do you know that she was making notation of this?
No.
Got it, okay. Steve, you want to know if Kissy has been texting with any other men? Kissy says she is
No,
not.
I said I did.
My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her text and found that Kissy was not telling the truth. We found one suspicious text.
Yeah, which one though?
The one you said.
Yep, the one from my friend.
Thank
I
you so much.
told
Let
you.
me talk about sex life, friend forever. Yeah, anytime.
And I told him to send me a picture.
Uh-huh.
I told him.
Okay, okay, okay. Listen, she honest. You said it.
You think she's been honest? She never told me anything about
I did say
She
I
didn't
got,
tell you
I
about
got
this? Tell you
on my
about this?
phone.
No.
I never told you that they sent me a private part picture.
No.
Don't lie.
Who is this
Don't
friend?
lie.
Who is this friend?
I can't say his name.
Okay, but does he know his name?
Yeah, he know him. I was
You know
with
him?
him before I met him.
Oh, so this is a guy before.
Yes.
Okay, what do you know about this?
I don't know.
Okay. How is this making you feel right now seeing this? Because you seem shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Why, how you gonna be shocked when I told you about it?
You didn't tell me about you. Some guy
I
sending you
never
pictures.
told you I had.
You always tell me that you're not doing nothing.
Why do I have to have pictures like that? Tell me.
Why do you have to have pictures?
Why do I have to look at another man's penis and get my own self off when you can do it?
Because you're not interested in me, I guess.
Oh my God.
Steve, you also want to know if Kissy has any tracking apps on her phone. Kissy says she does not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her app to find that Kissy is not telling the truth. She has an app downloaded called I Follow You Pro. Okay. So
why does she have to follow me, though? Did you ask her that?
This is when he's in the
like
parking
that.
lot at work
Right,
or whatever.
right.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
This is the problem.
Then
we're
I
having.
leave.
He's never telling the truth. So can we unlock his
How
phone?
can you say I'm
please?
lying?
Well, Steve.
How can you say I'm lying?
I'm telling you, you do it.
I don't.
Oh my God. That's
Damn.
him. He getting ready to come out, y'all.
Don't I have a reason? But it's
Lord.
wrong.
Well, Steve, we unlocked your phone, so here we go. Kissy, you want to know if Steve has been texting other women or discussing other women. Steve says he is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his text and found that Steve is telling the truth.
Oh
He's telling the truth. Kissy, you want to know if Steve has been stopping at a woman's house after work. Steve says he is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his GPS and found that Steve is telling the truth.
no. All right.
Kissy, you want to know if Steve has a secret folder on his phone. Steve says he does not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his phone and found that Steve is not telling the truth. He does have a hidden folder on his phone, but the folder is completely empty.
Yeah, because he emptied it before we got here.
Okay. And we also have his phone because I asked him
Wait a
while
minute,
we're
hold
here
up.
to show me the app that you're talking about because
Yeah.
I want to see this
What
app.
type of photo are you talking about?
When I asked you to open up the folder with your face, and you told me you were not going to do it that day, and I did not. You don't even like me picking up your phone anymore. That's
So
something
what is the
crazy.
app? What is the app that you're seeing?
Right there.
Oh, this is just this.
No,
Is,
it was something in there. He wouldn't show me what it was.
here we go.
He know it's there. He know it's
Maybe
there.
ask her.
Trying to act like he don't know.
What app she show you?
I am not crazy. That app right there on the bottom. Who taught you how to do that, first of all?
So what I'm trying to show you is because we didn't find anything, but I want to show
Yeah.
you again. So I just had him unlocked. There's nothing that's coming
Right,
up.
but I asked, this is what I asked to see.
Uh-huh.
And he wouldn't even open it up that day.
Okay, so what this is that you can drag from your photos to it's going on your main screen. But if there's nothing in there, it's going to come up like it's something there.
Right,
There's
but when
nothing
I looked at it.
So I just want to make sure. I just showed you from here. If you deleted something in there, we would have found in the deleted photos because we go in the back from things that are deleted. You know, if it's in the iCloud, we gonna find it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in here that's been deleted, and so that's what I'm trying to show you right now.
But why would he not let me see it if it was nothing in it?
I actually honestly believe that he doesn't know that it was there. Okay, if I can tell you my assessment of what I've seen here, I think that there's a couple things at play here. I think that there's an extreme lack of intimacy.
Yes.
And that intimacy is causing heartache, it's causing the communication to break down, and it's also causing narratives to be created in our minds that may not be true. And I think sometimes when we forget in relationships, when we don't have somebody who is going to tell us what's going on, we end up filling in the blanks. Okay. And I think what's happening right now is there is a little bit, and I'll be honest with you, especially going after this, where you're filling in blanks. It's like, if he ain't come for me, and I'm right here, and I got all this, and I'm beautiful, then there gotta be somebody else. There has to be somebody else. And I think what has happened through that, of you accusing him, has caused you to feel like, you know what, I need a break. And this is all you saying that you're trying to take a break for yourself because you're tired of the constant arguments and accusations. Am I right?
Mostly right, yeah.
What part am I not right about?
Coming home, I don't hesitate on coming home. Like I said, if I'm stopping to get something to eat or gas or the lottery tickets, sometimes situations happen. You stuck in traffic sometimes.
I get that. I understand all
sometimes
that.
people at the store is moving slow. You have to stand in line and wait on them.
But you ain't rushed to get home sometimes. And it's okay for you to admit that.
I mean, that's not it. That's not it.
It's okay.
Yeah, if she's getting on my nerves, I ain't gonna rush home. I ain't gonna rush home. I mean, because I know, I know what to expect.
What happens when you don't say that and you say things like traffic and say things like, I'm at the gas station and people taking long, that gives her an opportunity to fill in blanks. And then with her in the dark, she's gonna think that all this other stuff is going on because there's no intimacy and there's no communication. But what's going on is that you're keeping everything inside.
No.
Do you love your wife?
Yes, I love my wife.
And do you wish you could get back to the place where y'all used to be?
Yes, it would be real nice.
Talk to her about that real quick. Talk to her.
Well, you don't seem like you want it from me.
Well, how can I fix that?
Boom.
Instead of bringing me down, accusing me, just try to be more comforting to me.
All right.
More understanding. Don't suggest or think the worst thing right off.
Okay. I'll try really hard to stop that.
And now she's also told you, because she said she's going to try, she's also telling you you've left her. So she said you don't even hold her anymore. So if she's going to be comforting to you, what is some action that you can do to show her, like, I want to bring you in. I don't want you to feel alone.
I can hold you more. I can hold your hand more when we go places. Or even when we're just sitting watching TV, I can hold your hand in.
See, what y'all have done right now is the first step. Instead of defending, you start to hear each other. I promise y'all going to take the first steps towards intimacy. Because your intimacy issues, more than you know it, is not about here, it's more about up here. Y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right. Move her in closer. There you go. See, this one of them lessons. Grab her in closer now. There you go. Hold her tight. My guest Trey says he found naughty text messages between his girlfriend Olivia and other men from her past. Olivia says she's ready to get married, but Trey is having second thoughts. They want to know if I think they should tie the knot. Everyone, welcome Trey to the show so we can get his side of the story. Why don't you trust your girl, Olivia?
There's a couple of reasons why I don't trust Olivia. Olivia has recently, it started off with the father of her son.
Okay.
He will call 2, 3 a.m. 10 to 15 times. There's times where he even texts her, hey, I want to with this your family, you're not going nowhere. That changed because I bought her a new phone, I changed her number, and then it went on to where I was on DoorDash on her phone ordering food, and the message came on and said, you making me horny. Then I was curious, looked in the messages. I asked her, who is this? She had her ex.
So after you had already gotten rid of the phone so that she wouldn't communicate with her ex, she gave the number back to him.
This was a different guy.
Oh, this is a different guy?
Yeah, this is a different guy.
Okay.
And I asked, why were you texting? And she told me that she was bored.
So let me be clear. How long have you two been dating?
5 months.
5 months you've been dating.
Correct.
And during this time, you've already found 2 men you've seen with your own eyes that she's having text messages that are sexual in nature.
Correct.
So how did you feel when you found those things on her phone?
The ex part, it kind of made me feel like I was born, or was I born to you? You know, for you giving me that reason.
Mm-hmm.
The baby daddy issue, it was more so one of those things where I knew the type of person he was. It was more so a jealous side of his end.
Does Olivia talk to a lot of men?
She had more man friends than female friends. She had one particular female friend that she talked to every now and then, but
Majority are men.
yeah, majority are
Okay,
men.
which there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But there's pause if you're seeing these messages
Correct.
that are inappropriate. What did you ask Olivia to help build the trust back in your relationship?
Cut off majority of the male friends, just to give us time on our relationship to go out more, talk to each other more, spend time with each other more.
So take me back. How did you two meet?
Started off on Instagram. So we started texting, and we seen each other maybe 2 or 3 times, and then everything really started when she got into a bad car accident.
And this is 5 months ago?
Yeah, 5 months ago, and that's when everything just instantly changed. We started having deep conversations. The next day she got out the hospital, I told my mama about it. I said, she gotta come.
Got it. So she had an accident. You went to her side after y'all had been just talking on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then you said it went quickly to the next level.
Yeah, it went quickly to the next level.
Understandable. Do you two have kids together?
So her daughter is biologically not mine, but I've been there. I take care of her. I signed her birth certificate. So I've been there raising her, stepping away. She the reason why, I became a father.
You signed the birth certificate. That's a big step.
Yeah. So she made me a father, so.
And I never cheated on Trey.
Okay. And what about these messages?
The messages was just that. They was just messages.
Why were you just texting them back and not blocking them and telling them I'm in a relationship?
I didn't think it was really a problem because I didn't flirt with them, so.
You see they got a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and he said earlier that you're typically friends with males, which again is fine, but in the context of this, so are you typically only friends with men?
I have female friends too, but it's like most of them were male. So, but I cut a lot of them off, so it's like now I only have 2 male friends.
Can you kind of tell me what was the main issue so we can have a better understanding of why they couldn't be cut off?
I don't think it was a problem because I did cut the ones I needed to cut off. I did. I only have 2 friends now. My 2 friends was never a problem in the beginning of the relationship, and I knew them before him, so I don't think I should have to cut.
Why didn't it work out between you and your ex?
Feelings changed everything, so it's like we
Feelings changed on his part or your part?
My part.
Okay, so he still wants you.
Definitely do.
Have your feelings fully changed to him, really, in all sincerity?
Yes, yeah.
Fully?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like
you
my
said
feelings...
yes like you tried to convince me.
No. No,
Okay.
my feelings have changed.
Okay. I got a question for y'all. How old are both of you?
20.
You're 20 years old? Okay.
I'm 25.
You're 25. Got it. 25. All right, so how does Trey keep you from seeing your best friend?
He would plan something on a date. I was supposed to see my best friend. So he would get us to do something together instead of me going to see my best friend.
A lot of that is because there's a lot of planning y'all do that I'm not aware of. And then the second one, it'd be like one of those things where my trust wasn't fully still there. It's like after you see something like that and then you want to go hang with another dude by yourself, it's like it kind of puts up in the air like, am I
Do you
really
understand
gonna
that?
allow
About like
No
why?
dude would allow that.
You didn't give me a chance to tell you.
Oh, because he found it.
Right,
He
before
should
I
have given
got
you a
to
chance
say
to tell you.
something.
But what about the second guy?
I was just talking to him because I was bored. I
So
mean, that
because you're
was
bored.
just conversation.
Because you're bored.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what do you think is the root issue of your relationship?
I think he gets jealous because I talk to other guys. I think he just wants me to himself and don't want me talking to nobody.
So you think root issue is jealousy?
Yeah.
And where do you think the jealousy started? Why do you think it started?
Because the messages.
Jealousy could play a part. I will admit to that. I could see myself getting jealous. But it's one of those things I want to make sure like she's secure. Like I said, she's a good woman. And when you see messages or you find stuff like that and you see her engaged back, or you don't see nothing saying, hey, you know, my boyfriend wasn't like this, you know, hey, stop.
Why haven't you said that? You said it's because I was bored, but that's not really a valid reason.
The people know I'm in a relationship, so I don't think I should have to tell them that.
In a man's head, it's like, when you see multiple text messages saying, oh, you making me horny, or you doing this, like, what are you doing to make them horny? You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things
That's
where
not just a man's head, that's in a human being's head.
Yeah,
If you see your partner talking to somebody else. Olivia, how is Trey with your kids?
He's great with the kids. They love him, so he provides for us. Anything we need, he'll get it.
Is that what you like most about him, that he's a provider?
Yeah, I like that he has a connection with my kids, yeah.
Got it. Well, I want to hear from my friends in the audience and see, does anybody have an opinion on what you're hearing on this stage? What are your thoughts?
Little bro, that's not player. You don't change the phone, you change the girl. You understand? Let me tell you one thing. Like the one who like you, not the one you like. You won't put up with this stuff. And you're too young to get married. So the answer is no and nah.
I think every relationship goes through its bad times. You know, no relationship is perfect. No relationship, you can jump in another relationship tomorrow and you're gonna have problems in that relationship. It's about, to me, it's about how you get through those problems. What are you doing to go through that? Are you going to counseling together? What are you, are you reaching out? What are you doing, to help keep your relationship strong? If you look at it in a bigger picture, there's technically 3 kids involved. My one, her 2. This is a big family that's going in within just 5 months. So it's like, not only do we want answers or help, we want things what's best for us, what's best for our family.
I hear it. Okay, I got it. I understand. All right.
With that being said, I just want to tell you and talk to you. You know that I love you. This wasn't just, something just, put us out there for embarrassment, anything like that. This was just something truly me wanted to be with you.
Hold on, if you're about to do what I think you're about to do, don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's smiling. Don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This ain't the moment. I love love on my stage. I love it. But I'm not going to do that to you right now. So go ahead, turn back around. Here we go, young brother. Okay? I saw what was going on. I saw what was going on. I can assume what you're about to do. Were you about to do what I think you're about to do?
What?
Were you about to try to propose?
Oh.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, you play too much. Okay, we're going to stop. We're going to stop that right there, okay? Listen, I appreciate and I love the fact that you want love so much. And I appreciate that you found somebody who you do love. But this is not the love that deserves a title of marriage and going to that next level. Where you're at right now. I didn't say it can't happen in the future. But y'all ain't there yet, okay?
Why you think that?
Oh, girl. Girl, you really asking me that question? Well, first of all, it's only been for 5 months. So let's start there.
Okay.
5 months. Secondly, within 5 months, he's already caught you having interactions with other men twice that were sexual in nature. And your only excuse to that is, well, it don't matter. I don't think he should let me tell him. Those were your words. You brushed it off as if nothing. And then
no, but I didn't because I actually cut them off.
So I'm glad that you cut them off now, okay? But for you, I'm hearing and I'm glad that I finally got that last bit of what happened in your childhood. And I'm so sorry. You're trying to create a life that you weren't able to have. But rushing to try to get it and trying to make this happen is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for her either. Until you heal the family that you were born into, and you haven't yet, until you heal the pain you had from that, you can't keep trying to build these families everywhere you go because they're all going to fall apart. There's going to be so much time for you to get that family and to get the people you love and get this wife and these things. And it may be you. It ain't you right now, though. I can tell you that much. When you woman up, you gonna know when a man texts you to say, hey, don't text me no more. I got a man over here that loves me and loves my kids. And you're not gonna do anything to damage that. You ain't there yet. And you're not there yet because you probably have your own issues. You probably have your own things that's going on. So you know this is easy right here. You know he loves you. And so it's easy, it's comforting. It's like, oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you something. I can tell in years from now, you're gonna resent this. I already know it. Because again, Any woman who really was valuing what he's trying to bring to the table would, the minute a man texts from my past and you said you're not into it anymore, you'd have been like, block, delete. He wouldn't have to tell you. You would have did it. He's taking care of you, right? He came to your rescue, right? No? Did he not come to your rescue?
I feel like
Did he not come to your rescue? It's just a yes or no question. Did he come to your rescue in a car accident?
Yeah, he was
Is
there.
he the one working and paying the bills?
He was, yeah.
Is he the one working and paying the bills?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So everything we're saying. So of course, yes, you're going to take all those things. Why any person who's in a situation where they're a single mother would take all of those things. But a woman who's going to value those things would understand not to do anything to jeopardize it. And you're not there yet. And that's why y'all can't get married.
I feel like that was the beginning of the relationship.
I just take a deep breath on that because I want you to find love and I want you to have what you want. But when you say things like the beginning of the relationship, girl, you're still in the beginning of the relationship. It's 5 months. You're not talking about 10 years from now. You're not talking about 10 years. We're not talking about y'all together 3 years. It's 5 months. You in the beginning and you already showed your cards. That's why I can't let him sit here and propose to you.
Okay.
Now, you go home and you start to say, let me do what I got to do. You start to show him that I'm going to not be around these men. I'm not going to talk to these men. You're going to show him you can value him. Maybe in a year or two, yes, maybe this could be the one. But while she's doing that, if she can do that, you need to be working on yourself. And the first thing you need to do is you need to be settled with this situation over here with this other woman with your child. Get that straight before you try to bring anybody else in. I will tell you this much, though. Take the name off the birth certificate right now. Take it off. In 2 years, if y'all are still together and in a healthy relationship, put it back on. But not in 5 months. Don't ever do that again. Take it off right now, and I'm serious. And not just for you. Again, you as a woman shouldn't want his name on your child's birth certificate until you know y'all together. Until you know you're secure, because you don't need to have that explanation with your child later on of like, Mom, why is this man's name on my birth certificate? Why is this man? What's going on? Because then she's going to start questioning you, or this child's going to start questioning you. You don't want that either. Don't do that to your child. Take the name off the birth certificate. I know the process. It's possible. You said earlier, I internalize why me. Is it me that's boring? Those were your words about her cheating. And those words are the direct response of a kid that has been abandoned and has not gotten the family structure he deserved. So you got to challenge those type of things. You shouldn't ever be questioning if someone else's negative behavior is because of you. Her negative behavior is because of her. Your father's negative behavior was because of him. The family unit you didn't get was because of the adults. None of it was about you. Let her do the work. Do the work on yourself, and then y'all can figure out where y'all go from here. You got it?
Yeah.
I wish y'all the best of luck. So I was just talking about co-parenting with our last guest and how important it is to put away your differences for the sake of your children. And now I want to share my co-parenting experience with you all. So in the front row is the mother of my 2 sons, Stephanie Brooks. Stephanie, come on up here, girl. Come on up here. Come on up here, baby mama. I love you. All right. So listen, y'all, take a seat, girl.
Thank you.
So if you don't know our story, we were best friends in high school. We hooked up one time, and then we moved away, and I don't know how, but we had a child, and 10 years later, I found we got back in contact, correct?
Yes, that's right.
So my son showed up on my doorstep when I was 25, and suddenly I was a new dad. So how do you feel about us putting our business out there? I mean, I've been putting our business out there for years.
I think it's well overdue. I
Amen.
think we have a very unique family and a great dynamic between the two of us.
Yeah.
Again, we've been doing great as co-parents.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
have.
it was a little journey,
A little rocky
but we're
in the beginning.
here,
Yes,
and I
it
just
is.
feel like getting our story out there could help some other families.
Agreed, agreed. And it's also for you. You know, I tell you this all the time. We be on the phone, and I be like, girl, your story and what you've been through and how you've overcome, I always say, I wish my viewers could know it. And so that's why I also invited you here as well, because I think your story could resonate with so many people who watch the show.
So what a lot of folks don't know, and I'll share with y'all, is I grew up in a broken home, financial issues going on in the family. I was a teen mom. Obviously, we lost contact, so I couldn't find you, and I went on and had 4 other kids. So it was a very difficult time for me. You know, my grandmother stepped in intermittently and was helping raise me. Kind of had a broken relationship with my mom, and at one point, more than one point, I was homeless with my children. So it was a very, very hard time.
I mean, the things is like her strength has always inspired me. Once we got back connected, all this was done. Okay, like we okay, all that.
Yeah.
But like, because I mean, like, you didn't get a lot of support. I mean, your family disassociated from you. There was nobody that was around to help you and give you guidance. And one of the things that always pisses me off, why I always talk about this on the show, is because even though you were 16, everybody treated you like you was an adult.
Grown, right?
They was like, oh, they started doing that.
Yeah.
You think you an adult?
So
like,
go be grown.
Go be
Yeah,
grown.
and
as if you did need support.
No, and I very much needed that support. Like, and I don't know if it was also me a little bit. I had this all or nothing type of mentality. So I do feel like it came from my family that it was, you have a baby now, so you're grown. No more worrying about school, no plans for college, no, none of that. It is get a job and you're gonna work to support this kid.
Yeah.
And then having, you know, lack of support in my own life. I was a kid. I needed support. I needed that.
Yeah, well, listen, we as parents didn't always get along. Any advice for mothers or other baby daddies out there?
Well, I would say this. If you don't get along with your baby mother or your baby daddy, y'all need to fix it, like, period.
Seriously.
You decided. Thank you. Yeah, the way I see it is at one point you decided to be with this person to make a life. And that's a lifetime commitment. That's not a, you know, until you're 18 and then go on and go, you know, you're released into the world. And so y'all need to put aside your differences. Whatever happened to your relationship, that's over with. It is all about focusing on your kid and making sure they're happy.
Let me tell you something. Our thing has been since day one, no matter what we feel, our child was always a priority.
Oh, yeah.
Always, the children was a priority.
Always, yeah.
So I said children. So we have one biological son together.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie, she has another son that I adopted that is not biologically mine.
Yeah.
He has a different father.
Yeah.
And so I raised him with the other kids together.
He did. I mean, Karamo, like, yeah.
We do.
Again.
But one of our babies, our son Jason is joining us remotely right now from California. Jason, you did, not the cowboy hat. Oh my God! Y'all see the split image now? He looked like, split right down the middle of the two of us. So, how do you feel about us as your parents? Let us know. We never asked you this question.
Oh my God.
Oh, here we go. I'm getting questions. I'm kidding.
I'm like,
how do I feel about you guys as parents? I love you guys both. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you.
So, Jason, do you feel like your mother and I ever put you in the middle of any drama?
You know what? I was just thinking about that. You guys did a really good job at protecting me from any drama that you had.
Thank you. We did
You guys did a really good job. Yeah, y'all did that. Y'all did do that.
Yeah. What about with your grandparents? Did they ever put you in the middle of any drama?
That's the one thing. You know, we've talked about it as well, how I just thought about our differences when it came to how my grandparents reacted to you guys having me. I was not a fan of how they sent you guys away, separated us. I feel like that really caused a strain in a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm just happy we finally got it back together and we got to be a family. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Do you act differently with your mama than versus when how you act with me?
Why are you putting me on the spot like that?
I want to know. Do you act differently with me and with her?
Well, to answer your, yeah, sure, I do. Yes. So. But my dad, I think with you, I act a little bit more like I follow the lead a little bit more with that. But my mom, I'm pretty sure we're like confidants. We always are super comfortable to be around each other and to be goofy.
So you're trying to say I'm strict and you get to have more fun with her?
I did not say that. You said that.
But that's what you were thinking. I got it. It's fine. We already talked about it. I'm the strict dad.
Oh, no. The calls that I got between you two this morning were completely different. Hey, son, where you at? You ready? Mom, hey, baby, what's going on? Yeah, so,
This is the thing, like, we have a lot of different views on things.
Yeah.
The only thing that we really always agree on is that our priority was that boy right there.
Yeah.
And that his happiness, his success, the love he felt, and him not feeling the generational trauma that we
Yeah.
felt, that it ended with him was always important. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of people that watch this show that don't know how to get along with the person that they've decided to make a child with. And at the end of the day, if you don't want your child on my stage screaming at you saying, what's wrong with you, Mom? Why you didn't love me? Why you didn't support me? Understand that these are the steps you have to take to make sure you put them first, correct?
That's correct.
Amen.
Yes.
So we have a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing actually on our new co-parenting series, Co-Parenting Unlocked. Y'all go ahead and take a look at this.
The structure part, I do lean on you sometimes for that. And I think, again, it just benefits our kids because the balance is going to go back to them and the love and support is there between us and our family.
I knew that already, but it used to get on my nerves.
I did?
Because I was like, she get to get all the good times, and I get to have all the, like, you know what I mean? And so for a long time, I resented that.
Karamo, I never knew that.
I did.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Because I wasn't going to add extra stress. I always felt like if I add extra stress to my son's mother, that's adding extra stress to my kid's life. To the beautiful mother of my sons, thank you for being the most amazing woman.
Wow, thank you.
I love you. I honor you.
Wow.
And I appreciate you.
I love you so much too, Karamo.
I
Thank you for
love
having
this.
me.
I love this.
We love you so much, Jason.
I love you guys too. You guys are great.
Prince, I love you.
Love you, babe.
I love you too.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay. All right, again, to watch our digital series, Co-Parenting Unlocked, go to all of our digital platforms or KaramoShow.com. Everyone, thank you for being with us. Make sure to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.